If you don't have a garage and you're looking for a good way to store your motorcycle out of the weather, I took this enclosed trailer and I mounted wheelchock here in the front of it. I'll show you a better view of that once I get the motorcycle out of here. But the motorcycle is good and sturdy in here. I can sit on the motorcycle myself when I come in here and it locks in. It's easy to get out, and I'll show you how easy that is. But one problem I'm having is when I go in, staying straight and hitting it, so I'm fixing to paint a black line down the center. So what I did is I set the trailer in here and I made sure it was level left to right across this way, and then I got about an inch rise going that way so that the bike rolls backwards out of here. Use your level to do that. I built these. You don't want this thing to fall backwards when you're coming out of here. Bought wheel chocks, put them on both sides of the wheels so it can't go anywhere. And here in the front, I built this. Good and solid across there. I put some feet on it, left to right, screwed them in so it couldn't rock or tilt on me, and that keeps the front in place. Keeps the tongue from going down. Now, I centered the motorcycle up in the center here. You can open this door and see. So I've got the motorcycle, let's back up here, over the tires here. So the motorcycle, the front tire is right up in here. I didn't want all the weight on the front of the trailer so that it didn't just press down too hard in the front. I tried to center it up, but I didn't want it tilting backwards either while it was sitting in there. So you just have to kind of play with it and see where you exactly need to mount this in the front. Let's get the bike out. You may not need this, but I put a little block of wood under here just to make sure this thing can't roll backwards in any way. And then I just move that little block of wood out of the way as I get on the bike. So once you get the motorcycle in neutral, you just need to rock the bike forward and backwards, and then you pull really hard and it'll come right out. So watch the front tire here. And it pops right out. Pretty easy to do, and I'll show you how I set that up to make it do that. So this came from Harbor Freight, and I've seen people online doing it, and when they rode up on it, it was sliding, so I saw them add this matting on here. This is like gym matting that just snaps together here. Now, I saw a lot of people that said their tire was getting stuck to the front. So I went and got some of that spray-on glue, and this is just a piece of carpet that you would use at your kitchen sink. It has a rubber backing on it. Now, I did cut these to fit in here. They're just pieces of 3/4 inch plywood, and they fit right inside there. That way the bike is lifted up. You can see that. The bike's lifted up about 1/4 to 1/2 inch right here, holding the wheel up a little higher. Now on the front here, this piece rotates forward and rotates back. So I cut this piece of plywood out and put it in here, 45 the front, and I chiseled out here not quite 1/4 inch, so that when this thing lays down, when it was laying down on top of this, it was a little bit too high. So I wanted it to be more flat in here. So I just chiseled that out. Added these pieces to it so that when it flips down, it doesn't go all the way forward. That way you don't have to have as much pressure to pull this thing out and make it rock to come out of here. Now, I did bolt this to the floor so that it wouldn't move or slide. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a screw in this and hold this down to make sure this doesn't move now. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take painter's tape and we're going to paint us a line, because when I'm coming in, it's kind of hard for me to center up on that. So I'm going to get me a black line across here so I can see it. So we put our masking tape down and we're just going to paint a black line. And we are done. The black line's painted. We can easily drive right up in here and drive right into the wheel chock to lock the bike into place. And when I'm off riding the bike, I just leave the door down so that when I return, I can just drive right up in it.